Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope that you're having a lovely day. We're going to continue on in the album No More Heroes by the Stranglers. We're going to listen to the next two tracks here on the album, which is going to be Burning Up Time and then English Towns. Both of these clocking in at under 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so I figured we would just take the peanut butter, take the jelly, smash them together, put some bread on top. That's the discussion, and we'll go ahead and put these two in a nice sandwich pack for lunch. Take it out when you get to school or work. Take it out. Anyways, we're going to listen to these two tracks. Oh, where I was going with that, but I know where I'm going with this. Let's listen to the first track, Burning Up Time. Let's go. Alleyway guitar there in the back. Sounds like the guitar is sinking down.
Just remind me where you are. Would you like a sweetie?
All right, can I mention one really great facet of the band with the Stranglers when it comes to the way that they approach their music? Not all the time, but a lot of times when they have songs like this that are very short, they compact so much into it. It still gets across the points of a 3-minute, 4-minute, 5-minute, etc. minute song. But they just pack it, condense it. They take out all the filler, all the lettuce, all the tomatoes. It's good for you, but they just leave the ham, the turkey, and the bread itself. Like, there's no condiments on it. And yet, it still feels very satisfying to listen to. Especially, I know I'm going to mention his name every single song, but Greenfield. Just the sounds, just the delights that he brings in here. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and then the atmospheres. And then, that chunky bass just riding along, just providing this muddy water underneath everything. I really like the guitar in this one too. This whole track has a very punk kind of feel it to me, especially vocally. There's some nice character moments, especially at the end there. Hey, little girl, that whole thing. But there's a moment about 2/3 of the way through where the guitar is, it sounds like it's like not necessarily descending, but like it's sinking, like it's being pulled into this void. It was just really interesting, like from a production standpoint, because you hear the main riff, like it's very apparent, but there's almost like this kind of sideline or an undercurrent of that riff that sounds like it's just being pulled down into some musical void or something. I don't know, but I really, really enjoyed that part of the song. This was just a quick in and out, slap you in the face, tell your mom about it kind of track. And I really enjoyed that, just how explosive they are and how dynamic they are in such a short amount of time. The lyrics on this one: the Brighton train, it goes real soon. My Brighton belle is in her room. It's burning up time, burning up time. I want to burn up while I'm having good times. Don't want to burn up with other people's bad times. Like a meteor, like to meet your. That's good. The weekend's here. The Finchley boys are going to make a lot of noise. It's burning up time. You either love or you despise. There's no time for compromise. The days have got to move real fast. We know nothing's got to last. So there's things to do. Life is there to be lived, and they're going to go and live it. They ain't got time for this or that. They're not going to waste time. YOLO. For lack of a better word. Let's move on into the next track here, which is going to be English Towns. Oh, let's go. Empty.
We build towers of sand and ivory in our English towns. In our English towns. The dogs, they try to possess us. I can hear their anguish cries. They build towers of sand and ivory in our English towns. In our English towns. I can see their astonished eyes. The same in any size, and the secrets are all the same. Seeking pleasure, seeking fame. No love in 1,000 girls. No love in 1,000 girls.
Once again, a very catchy track. There's a lot of little moments that make up like the greater whole of it. And you know how like in the last track, I mean, you're still here, same video, but you know, in the last track I said in such a short amount of time, they put so much into it. So this is a completely different genre. This is completely, you know, kind of left field, but the point still applies. The rapper Tyler, the Creator, when he was being interviewed about his production and about how he comes up with the music and the different keyboard lines, etc., 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 and just his songs as a whole. He was saying that he really loves moments in music. So he may bring in one little sound for one brief moment, one little riff, or whatever it may be, and then it never occurs again. It's not like part of the chorus or verse or the musical landscape, so to speak. It's just there for one little moment. And he loves those little moments in the music. And so when I'm listening to this, it really made me think of the moments. There's a lot of those little moments, whether it is that drum pattern, bum, 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 or the harmonies in the English towns, which return in full in the last lines with the no love found in 1,000 girls. I think that was the line. But like, it's these little moments in the music that kind of make up the whole. And I know it's weird, but sometimes it's harder for me to, in a sense, dissect, even though this isn't a dissection video, it's a reaction video, so you're still getting my reaction to it. But it's hard for me sometimes to go back into a 2-minute song and dissect it, for lack of a better word, than it can be for a 10-minute song. Just especially because they're packing so much meat in the pie. But how tasty does it sound and does it feel? I especially like Cornwell's guitar alongside with Greenfield. It's the blend near the end. When the music kind of empties out a little bit, you just have that throbbing bass, but you really have the glistening sheen of guitar and keys at the end here. That's the wrong song, sorry. Right here. Right there. That little riff. And then Greenfield's still doing his thing. You hear the bass. Like it's all these little things that come together, but really make this such a satisfying bite to listen to. And then of course the harmonies rounding out, specifically talking about the end. Like it just makes it very exciting. Kind of changing the landscape from the very beginning. I like the dynamic group vocals as well. Still hear Greenfield sprinkling in some sunshine underneath. It just makes for a really interesting, fun, and varied listen. Pretty much every time you would listen to it, I would imagine. There is no love inside of me. I gave it to 1,000 girls. We built towers of satin ivory in our English towns. The dogs, they try to possess us. I can hear their anguish cries. They built towers of satin ivory in our English towns. I can see their astonished eyes. They look the same in any size, and their secrets are all the same. Seeking pleasure, seeking fame. No love in 1,000 girls. Well, he says there's no love inside of himself. He gave it to 1,000 girls, so there's that. But then he also keeps on repeating at the end, no love in 1,000 girls. Like he can't find love in 1,000 girls. So where can he find love? Perhaps he finds it in small English towns. Perhaps he finds it in home. Maybe. I don't know. To be honest, I have no idea. I like the music, though. Let me know what you guys thought of the two tracks. You can let me know in the comments below. You can follow me in a few places that are here on the screen. But otherwise, before you run, if you could just press the like button, I'd really appreciate that. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day. Come back tomorrow, and I will see you later. Then. I just said le. All right. Bye, guys.